Have you ever wondered what happens when science goes too far? These are not stories from horror movies. These are real experiments conducted by actual scientists. And they'll chill you to the bone. Here are 5 of the scariest experiments ever done, and the terrifying truths behind them. 1. The Russian sleep experiment, debunked but legendary. Greater than it starts with a Soviet experiment in the 1940s. Scientists kept prisoners awake for 15 days using a gas stimulant. At first, everything was normal. But then, things changed. The subjects began screaming, ripping their own skin, and turning violently insane. One prisoner whispered, "I must remain awake." While it's believed to be fiction, the story is based on real sleep deprivation research. And what it reveals about the human mind is horrifying. 2. MK Ultra, mind control experiments by the CIA. Greater than sounds like science fiction, right? But MK Ultra was 100% real. In the 1950s-60s, the CIA secretly tested LSD, hypnosis, and psychological torture on people, many without consent. Victims included prisoners, hospital patients, and even civilians. Some lost their minds, others never remembered what happened. The project was exposed in the 1970s, but many files were destroyed. Nobody knows the full truth. 3. The Monster Study, torturing kids with stuttering. Greater than in 1939, researchers wanted to see if negative speech therapy could cause stuttering. They told normal orphan kids that their speech was bad, criticizing every word they said. The result? Some children developed lifelong speech problems, even though they were never stutterers. It was psychological abuse, disguised as science. 4. The Stanford Prison Experiment, evil in just 6 days. Greater than in 1971, volunteers were split into prisoners and guards at Stanford University. The guards quickly became violent, abusive, and cruel, locking people in dark rooms and humiliating them. The entire experiment was supposed to last 2 weeks, but it was shut down in 6 days because it got too dangerous. It showed how ordinary people can turn evil when given power. 5. Unit 731, Japan's Human Experiment Lab. Greater than this is the darkest of all. During World War II, Unit 731 secretly tortured and experimented on thousands of Chinese prisoners. Victims were dissected alive, infected with deadly diseases, and exposed to extreme cold, just to see what happened. Most of the world didn't know about it until decades later. It remains one of the most disturbing scientific operations in history. Unit 731, Japan's Human Experiment Lab. Greater than this is the darkest of all. During World War II, Unit 731 secretly tortured and experimented on thousands of Chinese prisoners. Victims were dissected alive, infected with deadly diseases, and exposed to extreme cold, just to see what happened. Most of the world didn't know about it until decades later. It remains one of the most disturbing scientific operations in history. These aren't just horror stories, they are chilling reminders of what happens when science loses its humanity. Which experiment scared you the most? Comment below and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. There are more disturbing truths coming soon. And subscribing to the channel would be a greatest thing for us to create contents like this and like to make YouTube to recommend videos like this.